what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Q, man. Back at y'all with another video, dog. If y'all are new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibes, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna just jump straight into it, man. Apparently, there's some more 49ers and Eagles beef going on. Even though the season's over, we still beefing with these dudes, man. At this point, man, at this rate, they might end up becoming a bigger rival than the Cowboys. Now, it's like nowadays, the 49ers are more rivals to us than the Cowboys are. Even though me personally, I think that the Cowboys and the 49ers are basically the same team, except they both choke when in the biggest moments. You know what I mean? Like the 49ers, though, they're like a luxury brand. Cowboys, like these dudes, they'll wait. These dudes will wait to get all the way to the Super Bowl just to let their fans down. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there, man. What I wanted to talk about was this this Jonathan Felicio and Jalen Carter situation. That a lot of people are talking about right now, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on it. I wasn't really gonna make this video, but my boy Tony, he had brought this up to me yesterday, and he said he wanted me to make a video on it. So here I am making a video on it. You know what I'm saying? By the way, if y'all do happen to see anything that you want me to record on that's sports related, you know what I mean? Or just anything interesting in general, man, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get back at you with that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so basically, shit's coming out now that Jonathan Felicio, or however you say this dude's name, because I've never heard of this dude before a day in my life. Don't know this dude from a can of paint, man. Probably wouldn't even know who this dude was if this story didn't come out. Like, I don't know who he is, bro. Beer no, I don't know. But so basically, you know, tension is kind of high still. You know, the 49ers are just coming off a Super Bowl loss. So there's a lot of players right now that are frustrated with the team, with how the game went. Like, I think Brandon Ayuk is talking about he might not be back. The 49ers just fired their defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks, even though it wasn't even really his fault that they lost the game. But a lot of things are going on, man. And while all these things are going on, Jalen Carter and Jonathan Felicio, I guess, are going back and forth. Apparently, this situation kind of started the time that we played these guys in the regular season. You know, when they beat us down to a bloody pulp. You know, they fucking bullied us off our field. You know what I mean? Just being honest with you guys, man. But yeah, so apparently that clip that had surfaced like a while back when we saw Jalen Carter on the sidelines, pretty emotional.
Talking to Jalen Carter, defensive tackle. This is just after he drew the personal foul penalty in the point after try. You see, taking a swing there at Pryor, not once but twice. Again, Sirianni acknowledged the trash talk between the two.
He was like crying. I don't want to say he was crying, but he was very emotional. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, news is coming out now that a lot of things were said between the whistles, between plays, and I just wanted to touch up on that. So apparently, this Jonathan Felicio guy basically saying that the reason why him and Jalen Carter were drawn back and forth between the whistles was because he said that Jalen Carter told him that he was going to kill him and his kids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And he was going to, and Jalen Carter after the game or whatnot, Jalen Carter was reaching out to was inboxing his friends, his family members and whatnot, and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? So he responded by saying, "You already caught a body," which was referring to that incident that Jalen Carter had after the national championship game win. You know what I mean? And he went racing. He went after he beat TCU, after the Georgia Bulldogs beat TCU in 2023 to win the championship, and him and his teammate, they went racing for fun. You know what I mean? They young kids, they just going out racing cars or whatnot, and unfortunately, his friend was killed because I guess he crashed the car, so he was killed in a racing accident, and yeah, so that's what Jonathan Felicio was referring to when he said that, when he said you already caught a body or whatever, and I guess that made Jalen Carter very emotional, which, I mean, let's be real, the dude, even though the dude makes millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? These guys are professional athletes. We got to still remember that these dudes are human too, and you know what I mean. So, excuse me, guys, and you got to remember that these dudes are human too, man, and they got feelings just like we got feelings. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. If it wasn't for this incident, if it wasn't for that incident that Jalen Carter had, he probably would have went #1 overall in the draft. Like, before that incident happened, he was slated to be the #1 overall draft pick. A lot of people don't know that though, but he ended up falling all the way to 9. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? But let's be for real. Jalen Carter missed out on a lot of money man. You know what I mean? He missed out on some money. He would have been the #1 pick. But because of the incident and because of after the incident had happened, Jalen Carter was very, very depressed. I forgot to bring this up. He was depressed. He didn't perform well at the NFL Combine. So that kind of played a role in him dropping all the way to 9th. And also character issues started to arise. The questions about his maturity and all types of stuff, man. When it comes to the NFL draft, and you're trying to get drafted, stuff like that just can't happen. Or else it's a guarantee that your draft stock will drop. Now, don't get me wrong, he's the 9th overall pick. He's still getting a decent amount of money. You know what I'm saying? He's still making decent money, but he's not the #1 overall pick though. That ended up being Bryce Young. But yeah, so yeah, I wanted to talk about this John Felicio guy for a little bit. Basically, dude, the reason why I don't really believe this story is just simply because me personally, I'm not saying this because I'm an Eagles fan and because I'm biased or because I like Jalen Carter and all that, but it's just, I understand that you guys just lost the Super Bowl. You know, you guys are frustrated. I'm hearing that Brandon Ayuk might not come back. The 49ers, just like I said, they just fired Steve Wilkes. You know what I mean? So a lot of things are going on right now. But the fact that this story comes out now, that after you guys lose the Super Bowl, because let me be for real. Does a story like this come out if these guys win the Super Bowl? No. But now that they lost the Super Bowl, now that they're angry and they're upset, which I understand, I was mad too. As an Eagles fan, when we lost Super Bowl, I was pissed. But if you're telling me that Jalen Carter is inboxing your family members, I need to see receipts, bro. Other than that, otherwise, it's just he said, she said drama at this point. I gotta see receipts. That's just me though. But boom, let me get into what this dude, this John Felicio guy said said about his teammate Spencer Bufford is how you say his name. He said that's not Colt McKeezy or guy. I don't know how to say that name. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm butchering. A quick chop block is not needed if the guy that was supposed to block Chris Jones blocks him. So basically, he is taking shots at his own teammate right here. But let me keep reading. Sheesh. I just opened so Chris Buford responded to Felicio on X on Twitter. I should say. I'm gonna just say Twitter. That's what I know. Twitter. He said, "Sheesh. I opened up my app to this. Get well soon, bro." It's the easiest way you could put it. And then John Felicio replied to him saying, "I'm sorry, bro. I just woke up hungover and being a bitch and trying to have one's back. I hurt you. It's fucked up and I apologize. You got nothing but greatness ahead of you." Wow. So, a wise man once told me, man, a drunk man never tells no tales. So, if I'm reading this correctly, right? John Felicio believes that this dude's the one that cost the 49ers the Super Bowl. Because if y'all remember correctly, when Jawan Jennings was open in the end zone and Brock Purdy threw the ball, he overthrew him. But Jawan Jennings could have had the catch if Brock Purdy would have made a better throw. But the only reason why Brock Purdy overthrew him was because of the pressure that Chris Jones put on him to force him to miss that throw. And I'm guessing that Felicio got injured maybe before that play started, and they had to put his backup in, which is Spencer Buford, and he wasn't able to block Chris Jones. It happens, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But damn, man. These 49ers, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I predict the 49ers to have a Super Bowl hangover, bro. These guys don't have each other's backs. These guys ain't connected. Yeah, I'm not really worried about the 49ers next year. We're going to see y'all, man. We're going to see y'all for sure. And I'm pretty sure Jalen Carter's going to be extra motivated to get back at you guys for, you know what I mean, disrespecting him and his friend. But yeah, so this is what Jalen Carter had to say. He said I'm trying to be the best ever. Some people just trying to not get traded. Must be talking about Felicio. It's cause he already see y'all calling me a murderer, so he just gonna keep that going. He know y'all going to love it. I can't beat that. If you got the fans on your side, then you're right, I guess. Jit must still be drunk. Yeah, he must still be drunk. Me personally, bro, Felicio, I feel like you're capping, bro. And I'm not saying that because, like I said, I'm not saying that because I'm an Eagles fan. Like, I really, like, genuinely believe this is bullshit. I don't think anything's going to come of this situation. Like, I talked to my boy Tony. He's an Eagles fan, too. Definitely got to bring Tony on the show one good time, but he's an Eagles fan, too. He said that potentially him and Felicio could get suspended, but I don't think that's going to happen. Ever since that incident that Jalen Carter went through while he was still in college, nothing crazy has really happened while he's been in the NFL. Like I said, Jalen Carter's got a good support system. He's got former players that he used to play with in Georgia with him on the team with the Philadelphia Eagles now. You know what I mean? He does a lot of things for the community. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Jalen Carter, he's trying to, and he has turned his life around after the incident happened. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, he was a young guy. Jalen Carter's still a young guy. You know, he made a mistake. He's trying to learn from it. But it doesn't help when you have guys like Felicio just keep throwing that shit back in his face whenever they get a chance to. Jalen Carter, he is very, very passionate about the game. He's a very emotional player. You know, I get that from him a lot when I see him play. You know what I'm saying? He has a bright future, man. Hopefully he doesn't let this get to him. Hopefully this only motivates him to do better. You know what I mean? To keep doing what he's doing because he's doing good right now. You know what I mean? And that's all we can really hope for. But me personally, bro, wasn't going to make a video on this. I think that Felicio is a freaking weirdo for trying to come at Jalen Carter for making a mistake that he made a long time ago. Like, people don't make mistakes. You know what I mean? And just off the way he talks to his teammates, I can tell this is a guy that likes to throw people's faults back in their face, which is weird. You know what I mean? Everybody's just trying to play. We're just trying to play football. For real, for real. We're just trying to play football, man, and make money. I think that's what Jalen Carter's focused on. And me personally, bro, I think the 49ers, I'm not going to say the fan base, because I'm sure they have a passionate fan base, but the 49ers players, man, they're just a bunch of crybabies. You know what I mean? The 49er players are just a bunch of crybabies, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, when the Eagles lost the Super Bowl, of course, the players were not happy about it. You know, of course. But the only thing that you ever heard that the Eagles players talked about or complained about was the field was not in good condition to play football. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you didn't hear nothing come out of the Eagles. It's basically making excuses about what they could have did, what ifs, what if. You know what I mean? You guys lost. Take the L, okay? Because leading up to the game, you guys were talking all this shit about how y'all was going to beat the 49ers. I said the 49ers. About how y'all was going to show us how to beat the Chiefs. And you didn't do anything but lose. Just like we lost. So, like I said, man, I'm expecting the 49ers to have a Super Bowl hangover. Do I believe this Jonathan Felicio story? No, I don't. I need to see receipts. Otherwise, you was just Twitter. Otherwise, you just got Twitter fingers out of nowhere because you was drunk on your ass somewhere. You know, crying and sobbing about losing the Super Bowl. But man, done talking about this shit, man. If y'all like the video, man, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes, man. And like I always say, man, fly Eagles fly, man. I'm gonna get